Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We had quite a revelation in the last episode. It turns out the handprint on that piece of leather was actually Emma's and not Gant's, as I predicted, so not really sure what that's about. We're going to try and figure that out. We're going to speak with Lana and go from there. So, I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days, it's absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. I mean, he's not wrong. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Okay, so... keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. ... For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? Okay, so... I'm thinking... it's probably Gant, but I just want to have a think about this first, because it's possible that that might not be the case. Maybe there is more to this than we're thinking, so let's have a look at the profiles. District Chief of Police. Though he might not seem it, he's top dog. Patrolman of General Affairs, suspected of killing Goodman in the evidence room. I doubt it's going to be Meekins. Marshal thinks he's a cowboy. No. Goodman's dead, so it's not going to be him. Won't be Gumshoe. I mean, potentially Angel, but I'm pretty sure it's Gant, so... Well, Miss Sky? ... Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Alright, Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offences. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was... me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. ... If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Oh, I don't want to click the attorney's badge. I pressed enter at exactly the wrong time there. Alright, fine. So, let's have a look at what we've got. It's not going to be anything until the end, right? Because it'll be something to do with what we found in the office. Falsified evidence. Ah, hang on. List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part's all I've got. Did we actually have a look at this? Like, there is a zoom button, but yeah, the zoom doesn't actually show us anything. Alright, so I'm guessing it's the evidence list itself then. I just found this in a safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? ... Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. What? Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. Yeah, if you want us to help you. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Okay, so that's why she did it. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Ah, so that was the one that was used for Goodman. The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems that I got the blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr, huh? Okay, it's all starting to make sense now. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Let's ask. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it, in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. I mean, can I say that's an awful place to hide that? To tell her what happened, and then to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. Okay. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. Right, it's all starting to come together now. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. So it is her fault what went down there then. Indirectly. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the Chief's office 2 years ago. Looks like we're going back to court then. Yep, here we go. February the 25th, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777777777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all that doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. Interesting. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth! Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid, today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. ... If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. ... I'll think about it. See you in court, right? This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February the 25th, 10 AM, District Court, room number 9. So here we go. This is, I guess, the final court day in the entire game. This is being obviously the DLC case, so this is it. This is the end of the game, really, this stretch. I don't know how long it's going to go on. I imagine it's going to be a little bit lengthy, but yeah, we are approaching the end of the game, which is pretty exciting. So, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defence is ready, Your Honour. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh, does he now? Chief Gant. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hi, Aji. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. I don't know why it just felt relevant to make him sort of trip over his words there. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is the proposal of yours? Don't keep us waiting, dude. Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. So he's trying to silence her, basically, like get her to just dismiss the case herself and implicate herself. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honour, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February the 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Objection! You can't. Your Honour, the defendant's claim does not change the defence's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana... Your Honour, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven in its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdicts now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise, so we're relying on Edgeworth. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
Yes! Yes! One moment, Your Honour. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy! I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Go on, Edgeworth. Yes. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honour, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Sky. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Sky. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy! You'll live to regret this! Mark my words! Miss Emma Sky, please take to the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Oh, it's getting tasty. It is getting tasty. Alright then, guys. Well, we're out of time. That is where we'll leave it. It's going to get really good, isn't it? So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulio, and Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon505, Chrissy, Paul James, Zolties, and Adventure Game Geek, and I'll see you next time.